Hello, gang. I am wearing my, although the green screen, the yellow and the green and the actual godly seven color, not the co-opted Rainbow Alphabet Mafia six color, you know, rainbow, the real God seven color rainbow, Genesis 9:16, Revelation. I'm trying to get the shirt to show properly. 4:3. My rabbi, Messianic Jew Rabbi Kurt. Oh boy, I'm drawing a blank on his last name. He's mentioned in my Constitutionalist book series, as well as his Taking the Rainbow Back movement. I'm wearing the shirt and, a rainbow following the flood. We may not like that part of nature, that general, right? Floods of the Nile are what made that land so rich and valuable to be able to grow things. Floods, we may not like them, but they are indeed a God-given natural weather cycle of nature to flood lands, help re-nourish them so things can grow on them. Anyway, that's not the main thing I wanted to talk about. And oh, the green screen's going crazy today. Anyway, I just took out a bag of trash, put it in the trash bin, getting ready for trash day later in the week. And I started thinking, and this video exclusive, I think number 9 for the month of November 2025, may pop up as a CTP regular show later, is a quasi follow-up to CTP Season 2, Episode 87, Restoring True Conservationism, Reclaiming Values Against Ideological Manipulation, right? This isn't about climate tardism and planet worship and, right, people devoid of real faith engaging in mock religion of planet worship that the climate tards use to make useful idiots for their climate gate, fudging the data to pretend global warming, man-made global warming when, yes, regular, natural, planetary climate change always happen. The temperatures have gone up and down and sideways over countless years, but the man-made climate hysteria idiocy that they peddle for money laundering scheme operations. Anyway, I am a member of a real faith, Christianity, which is conservatism, which, right in the word root, conservative, conservationism, the real, as part of Christianity, not planet worship, but part of our biblical duties to be proper and good stewards of the planet we are given dominion over, right? So conservation is a part of being a Christian, to want to be good stewards. So taking out that bag of trash indeed makes me concerned at the amount. 8 billion people. No, don't. They're not overpopulated and blah, 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 blah. But yes, 8 billion people produce a lot of trash that then gets put into the earth in landfills. So, yes, as a Christian, as one who understands we must be good stewards of the earth, yes, we need to do better if we can, where we can, in reducing our not carbon footprint, but our trash footprint. Okay? So, yes, I am very happy, thankfully, now. We recently replaced a washer and dryer here, had to last year, right? Got one of the nice, wonderful, fairly inexpensive, thankfully, on the disability budget. Couldn't plan and afford to fit in much, but managed to get one of the fancy combo washer dryers. So you throw the clothes in, hit the AI button. It supposedly smart enough and does seem to be to detect the kind of using cameras and weight measurements and blah, blah, blah. But the magic of that science, I don't fully understand it. I just know, thankfully, it's been developed over the last dozen years to work now, right? It detects the clothes. It knows the amount of detergent to dispense in, the amount of water needed, a little for a light load, more for a heavier load, spinner, both for washing and drying, an electric dry rather than a gas dry. So when it's done washing, there's a brief period of transition, then the heat comes on and it dries, and it's smart enough to know to not overheat them. And indeed, it just knows how to dispense the right amount of fabric softener. But I'm not here to try to sell you a combo washer dryer. My point getting to is, thankfully, purchased through wherever, and our local electric and gas companies have appliance buyback programs, right? So recycling. So all those things, right? I'm a former IT guy. This computer, if I can't afford another one, but in the past, well, let me back up. This computer, the processor can't be changed. They're making them all disposable now, which is a bad thing. I don't want all these things used a couple years, and then when it comes time to replace, rather than upgrade the processor chip, keeping most of the unit intact. No, they want you to throw out the whole thing and get a complete replacement. It's easier for them to do that, and they could talk you out of more money. So, thankfully, now they have trade-in options. So you don't just dispose your old laptop and some of them landing up in landfills. There's trade-ins. So yes, in Michigan, this bottle is a non-carbonated beverage, so there's not a deposit on it, but most states have, right, your carbonated beverages. There's a deposit on the bottle, so there's a recycling program in place. People return the bottle to get the deposit back to then apply to the next carbonated beverage they buy. Speaking of which, I need to take a sip of my iced tea. Although, yes, a lot healthier. I do drink mostly water these days. And of course, budget wise, can afford the flavory treats once in a while, but not all the time. But recycling of computers, recycling of appliances, recycling of bottles as and cans, right? Aluminum. I think it's I'm a hockey fan, so uh Ball Aluminum is a major sponsor of the Colorado Avalanche, and they talk about like 90% of all aluminum is recycled and reused. So no, we're not overpopulated. No, we've not anywhere close to depleting all of Earth's resources, blah, 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 blah. But as Christians, as good stewards of the planet, if we can recycle things to avoid them being in the landfill, that's something we can, could, and should do voluntarily, not at the barrel of a gun. And the more of us who pardon me, indeed voluntarily recognize our good stewardship of the earth's duties and recycle as best as much as we can. We're not going to eliminate our trash in landfills, but if we could cut down the amount that goes there, that's a good thing. Recycling of things is a good thing as best and when and where possible and economically feasible, right? All these factors matter. So it's not save the planet, climate tardism, planet worship hysteria. It's part of being a good Christian, stewardship of the earth. But since I took that bag of trash out and remembering back also at Substack, I have a Conservationism part 1 and part 2 in relation to CTP season 2, episode 87, that this is now a follow-up on. I felt it important to talk about this, right? It's nothing to do with planet worship. It has to do with being, even if you're not Christian, a good human, to be a good steward, to care about others, care about our neighbors, including the animals. Yes, being good stewards of the earth, not wanting to trash the earth and destroy the earth. Thinking, though, not emotional, hysteric, climate tardism, planet worship, money laundering, scheme, useful idiotism. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. I think I've gone like 10, 13 minutes. Time to tune into Pastor Sean Todd, the Intersection Show, whamradio.com. Today is Sunday. It is now noon. He broadcasts the Intersection for a half hour every Sunday at noon. And then I'll probably be calling into my friend Derek Stone's Stone Cold Sports Truth, whamradio.com, every Sunday, noon 30 to 1 Eastern Time. So I've got to run to get to that, but I wanted to record this, right? Being good stewards of the planet. That's a Christian thing. That's a good human thing. That's not a leftist wokeism thing. Do what we can, where we can, when it's economically even if it's detrimental, if it isn't overly costly, right? Things have to be done within cost realities, though. That's part of life. Jesus did not say, the Bible does not say money is the root of all evil. It doesn't say that. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I dare say that's the left and their climate tardism, their fake man-made global warming idiocy, their climate change money laundering schemery, the love of the money and their desire to sucker you into paying more in taxes for them to redistribute to their family, their friends, and their donors. When are you going to wake up to that? So, yeah, be a conservationist, a good steward of the planet. Don't give in to man-made money laundering schemes. That's where the man-made part is, the left woke money laundering schemes. All right. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Again, season 2, episode 87. Please check that out. JLenardDetroit.substack.com. Check out the 2 conservationist pieces that relate to that. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all. I think Pastor Sean's already started now. So, take care.